This is the continuation part of the previous video, report writing part 1. In previous video we have discussed on the different types of report, informal and formal. So we were discussing mainly on the formal, where routine report was one type. So we have, under the routine report comes several other, that is progress report, and now coming to the inspection report. Inspection report is also a part of a routine report now. So, what is an inspection report? Firstly, it is a routine report that are compiled only after thorough investigation of objects or products. And these types of reports are used by company either to see whether the product is functioning properly or needs some repair, or whether to see the quality of piece of equipment is up to the standard or not. And this type of report helps in checking the quality of products in systematic manner and ensures the right standard and smooth functioning of equipment. So such reports are normally submitted to the executive heads of the maintenance or the production or sales department. And a report of this type is written in a prescribed proforma, where there are several columns indicating the options which will help in checking the quality and operation of each and every part of particular product. So in the next slide we will understand the format of the inspection report, what are the element usually comes under it. So it, and one more thing I would like to remind you all, that is the format won't be same for every company. It depends on company to company and also the equipment or the product which we are inspecting about. So here the format says, at the center comes the company address, on the left it comes the date and the number, then on the right corner you can see the model, type and the serial number. Then call registration number, customer's name and address, call reported, call assigned, call status, and finally after filling all these details comes the checklist part. Now checklist is something where the entire criteria which has to be inspected or which was being inspected is been mentioned. So that's why it's a visual inspection, whether it's a broken, scratched, normal, column, speaker, worn out, sticky, dusty or normal, condition of wire is been mentioned, switches and keys, CD or DVD case, mechanical movement, amplifier, recording. So these are the checklist which has to be mentioned. Once the checklist which has been inspected is mentioned, or which has to be inspected is mentioned, finally on the left right corner comes the signature and the supervisor's name, who has actually supervised the system. So this is the main content in the format of the inspection report. Next comes the laboratory report, which is the most common report used by you all, actually, because in your day-to-day life you conduct the experiment and also submit the lab journal. So the lab journals itself are the lab report. So, laboratory reports are written by one who actually conducts the experiment, and this is usually written by the people who belong to the science background, students of engineering, science, and biology, and those who work regularly in the laboratories. And the scientists and students record the experiments in the proforma, mentioning various details related to the experiment. This provides the entire step to step details and the process to be followed in completing a certain task. And if the process includes the operation of mechanical devices such as computers or laboratory equipment, then these devices are usually described before the process is explained. So then in the next slide I'll show you all the format of the lab report, what are the criteria which comes under it. So first comes the company address at the center, whichever report you are going to write. Then comes the date at the right corner. Then on the left side comes all the other criteria, like name of the investigator, position, name of the other investigators involved if it is a team, heading, and experiment number, date of the experiment, statement of purpose, apparatus used, methods of procedure followed, detailed calculation or the observation done, finally or conclusion, and on the right corner at the below comes the signature. So this is the format of a lab report. Next comes the inventory report. So firstly, by looking at the name, you all must be coming to know inventory is about the stocks. that is a report you're going to write about the materials and the stocks. So often this type of a report is a computer generated, and it requires the users to put in the relevant data regarding the stock on hand, and these reports are submitted at regular intervals, maybe weekly or monthly or annually, or on the amounts and kinds of items in stock, stock out of ratios, and projected needs and order dates for supplies. So these reports include statistical details including the number, amount, and type of materials required. Thus these reports keep an account of materials available, its consumption, proper maintenance, etc., and these are written by the person who checks the stocks and fills in all the details in a prescribed form and signs it. So this is a sample format of an inventory report. That is, first comes again the company address at the center, then you have to write down the serial number item in one corner and column, and on the another column comes stock on hand mentioning the date. So here it's about the white paper, foolscap, plain and rule letterheads. These are all the essentials used in various departments, a common necessity items. So carbon paper, then A4 size, file cover, everything is been mentioned. And here you can see that in the white paper, stock on hand, you have to mention 10 reams, not 10 rolls. Usually when you're buying any this sheet of paper also, suppose you want to buy the entire set, you usually say 10 rolls, 8 rolls, but it is called as a 10 reams. Then the otherwise you usually say get 10 sets or 8 sets, but it has to be not called as sets, but it has to be called as a reams. Then pencils, you cannot mention as a 3 box or 4 box, you have to mention again in the dozen. This is the continuation part. Again the erasers, blank rewritable. Left corner at the end comes again the date and the place, and on the right corner checked by and the signature. So this is the format of inventory report, where you can make a column, write down the items, and then you can write down the stock on hand mentioning the date along with the number of items present in the stock. Next comes the annual confidential report of the employees. Now this is a report which was actually given to you all in the school days, and still it is been given after your semester. So it's about the performance report, your annual performance report. Now in the company, what happens is, as the name suggests, these reports are submitted annually by the controlling officers about their subordinates, about their employees. It will evaluate their work performance and behavior in their respective department, and this will help in the professional appraisal, performance appraisal, and also in taking the important decisions such as promotion, demotion, transfer, or termination of contract, which are normally based on the study of such reports. And it's not easy to prepare the pro forma of this report because there are certain human attributes which are hard to assess. Therefore in this report sometimes questions are included and some space is given for providing short explanation. So this is about the annual confidential report. You can see here there is a format where on the top section comes the name, education qualification, current designation, comes the section which is about the assessing the performance now. So here they have made a criteria, along with that they have made a checklist actually, so they can tick mark to which actually criteria they belong to. So appearance, smartness, and tidiness is 3 criterias, and for that the marking can be done from the range of excellent, good, average, below average. Similarly there are different criterias which has been mentioned, you can see here. So totally there are many other criterias related to, right from the appearance, character, then work habit, interpersonal relationship with the entire workplace people, technical knowledge, computer knowledge, performance, their consistency, communication skill, both written and oral has been mentioned, and whether the promotion has to be given to the next for the higher post. special achievements, other remarks. So these are the criteria which is been mentioned for the annual performance report, and the range is being given from excellent, good, average, below average. Finally, the date at the left, below left corner, and at the bottom signature and signature of the reporting officer at the right corner. Next comes the informational report. Informational report is a generic for any report whose primary purpose is to convey information. So it will help in getting the details related to the subject which was under discussion. These reports develop an understanding of the aims, objectives, organizations, policies, regulations, procedures, problems, and future outlook of the company. Yet the data collected is presented in the organized form, and the situation is presented as it is and not as it should be. These reports mainly convey information so as to serve various purposes, such as making a discussion, determining a course of actions, or whether to coordinate the operation of organization. So in this type of a report, usually neither data analysis is done nor the recommendation is being done. Its only focus is on providing information. Whatever the information is being collected, you have to present it. No manipulating or no research is being done, no conclusion is needed, nothing. Just the thing what is needed from this report is a raw information. Whatever is being noticed or observed, you have to get that information and submit it. That is what the informational report aims at. Next comes the interpretive report. Now, interpretive reports are also known as analytical or investigative report. And yes, my dear student, one more thing I want to remind you all. The thing is, this annual confidential report, laboratory reports, inventory reports, and the progress reports, they are the part of routine reports, because we know that formal reports are of three types: routine reports, which we studied the several types, then is the informational report, which I told you all now, that is to be the information, and the next is interpretive report. That is, there are totally three types of a formal report: routine, informational, and interpretive. So this is the third type which we are studying now. So interpretive reports are actually known as an analytical or investigative report. This type of reports help the readers analyze, interpret, and evaluate facts and ideas. So interpretive report differs from informational report.